learning target today is I can determine if a relation is a function, and I can identify if a domain, the domain and range of functions. All right, so here in our opening activity, think, pair, and share. You guys know how this works, right? You think for a minute, and then you and your partner share out what you come up with. Now, so in this question, I'm asking you to analyze A, B, and C, D, and D. They're all representations of relations. Now, what I want you to tell me is which three share characteristics, and what fourth one doesn't belong. Okay, again, which one doesn't belong? All right, we're gonna get the timer here set. You and your partner will, will think about this for a minute, and we'll share out. All right, now at this point, if you're at home watching the video, the idea is for you to stop the video and actually try to do the activity yourself. And I even have a sentence starter. Okay, and that sentence starter is what does not belong because. Okay, so stop the video. Okay, welcome back. How do we do? All right. Well, let's kind of look at this here. So, what we wanted you guys to do is analyze this. And I'm kind of interested if you guys saw some of the different things that was going on here. For example, in A, did you notice any of this? Yeah. It's the only one that actually generated a straight line. None of these patterns will graph to a straight line. And because it's a straight line, we know, aka, it has a constant rate. So that was kind of interesting. All right, get this out of the way. What else? Well, for B, what did you notice about B? Oh, you guessed it. Yeah, B doesn't belong because its x values or its domain is different from all the other ones. For example, here I see I'm going from 1 to 5 very linearly. Here, 1 to 5. Again, 1 to 5. But here, wow, I'm all over the place. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I'm going to skip counting by 2. All right? There's some other stuff that we could have noticed. What do you guys see in C here? Anything? Well, did you notice that C doesn't belong because the x values share the same y values? So what am I saying here, all right? This x value has a y value of 7, okay? And these y values are both 7. So we talked about this before, where you have different inputs that regenerate the same output. Like, for example, I told you my wife's birthday is April the 10th. Well, my best friend's birthday is also April 10th. So this is an example of that. Okay? Did you guys notice anything else? Maybe you did. Well, regarding D, what you guys notice? Oh, good. Very nice. D is the one that is not a function. And why is it not a function? Okay, you guys know. One input has to be matched to only one output. Here, 2 is an input that has 2 outputs. Okay? Can't have that happen. Right? So 2 makes it such that D is not a function. Okay, let's go to the next problem. All right, in this next problem, guys, we got about 10 minutes where I want you guys to do a little exploration, some little hands-on activity. All right, so what it is, the directions, take turns analyzing and sorting these deck of cards, okay? All right, and determining if the relationship is a function and write a justification. So, I mean, just to kind of model what might that look like, well, is map 1 a function? Well, I might argue it isn't, because 2 is paired to 2 outputs, and that would be my rationale. So one of the things we want to do is we want to go through each one of these cards. We have a card for mapping. We have another card for the graphs, okay? And I believe we have some tables in here. We got a bunch of stuff, okay? So I want you to pause the video right now and get started working in your groups over the next 10 minutes. Go for it. You at home? Think about what I'm saying. Pause the video and try to figure out what's a function and what isn't. All right, welcome back. How did we do? All right, so the groups were asked to think about the cards and sort them in regards to whether they were functions or non-functions. So let's take a look at what I saw some of you guys writing about and thinking about. So, did we notice, and some of you did, that when the input is mapped to more than one output, it's not a function? Did we notice that? Right. This is an example. Exhibit A. We see that 0 is being mapped to 6 and the 10. As a result, we would say that that's not a function. Here, we see that 2 is being mapped to 10 and 4, so that would make it not a function. Okay? So what would be some counter examples then? Okay? Well, I guess a counter example might be us looking at something like this would be a counter example. Here we have, by definition, input being mapped to one and only output. Okay? All right. So, well, this is actually a counterexample, and this is an example of not having a function. So yeah, that these two things go together. Okay, these are all examples of non-functions. Okay, let's put this away. That away. Just slide it out of the way. Okay. So we wanted to take a look at tables of values and when they would not be considered functions. Well, here we go. The table of values, when the input is repeated more than once, it's not a function. So what would that look like? Okay, well, let's consider the following. Here, what do we see? We see that 2 is repeated and 2 is being mapped to 2 different outputs. Okay, so that would be a not function. That's not a function. Its counterexamples would be as follows. Two tables of values. None of the x's repeat, and as a result, we can classify that as a function. Table 1 and 2 could be classified as a function. Okay, fortunately, not table 3. All right, let's put this away here. Now, there's also one more representation it asks us to consider. It asks us to consider the representation of graphs. So let's do that now. For graphs, did you notice that when a vertical line test is done, it reveals that the equation passes through the vertical more than once? Then it's not a function. Well, picture's worth 1,000 words, I always say. All right, here's my first example of a non-function. Okay, and yeah, this is another example of a non-function. Okay, let's get my tools here. I'll turn this into a green line. Okay, I wanted a green line, but we'll go with this. Okay, so as I move my vertical line over both of these equations, I notice that the equations intersect with the vertical line on more than 2 places. So we have to say that this vertical line test, when it passes through 2 or more areas, we conclude that it's not a function. Put that away. We get 2 counter examples. Okay, this 2 counter examples right here. Okay, here, pass through the line test. Only one, well, the most only one line is, the equation only passes or hits the line 1 time. Okay, I think that was the lion's share of the examples. Well, one more. Let's go here. Okay. All right. And as a graph here, it absolutely passes the line test. All right. I hope my students remember this on the regions, because this is a very important skill. All right, we're going to shut the video down. This went a little longer than others, but bear with me as I get better at making these.